That's a subpar height, and you know it. You're lucky Matmat is a miracle worker. Maybe next time you'll bring him something nicer. I'll put him in touch with you. Wait, what's this? Yes, that is bad. Beatrice is bringing in that VIP hunting party in a couple of days, so she's been scouting her hands. She just sent word that someone's been living in one of our world-class hunting blinds. Can you check the location out for me? If I wanted people to camp in hunting blinds, I wouldn't have invested in outposts. I'm not going to send you on a manhunt. I have people for that. But while you are there, is there anything that might help identify this trespasser? So this boludo was careless enough to leave a cell phone behind. Let me guess. Is his passcode 11111? Wow, I can't believe that worked. But I can't believe this phone belongs to Gilbert Baden. He's this foreigner too much money for his own good, and he paid me a lot of it to come here before opening, to study puma behaviors. He was supposed to leave days ago, though. What's on the phone? Send me the link. Parque Fernando lodging review. 1 out of 5 stars. No running water, no electricity, no facilities at all, really. Of course not. I told you we weren't open, you pelotudo. Don't trust the owner, Carolina. She promised pumas in the area. Been here 6 days, haven't seen a single cat. Because you're an amateur, Baden. False advertising. Worst so-called reserve I have ever visited in my life. I would give it 0 stars, but that isn't an option. Are you serious? I have never been so insulted, and believe me, I know insults. Pelotudo. You know what we need right now, besides Baden's head on a plate? A break. We deserve some fun. I'd invite you over to watch telenovelas, but I bet you'd rather be up there shooting. These challenges recreate 4 of my personal best shots. The first is from the most difficult hunt of my life. Fernando had only been gone a few months, and he left everything to me, which angered half the family tree. I hardly had time to grieve before Fernando's brothers and uncles and cousins were pushing me around. Every man wanted his piece of Fernando's operations. They said I had no business being in charge. Every day my world was spinning out of control faster and faster. So I came out here to find clarity. Walking these grounds, I could still feel Fernando's hand holding mine. Stand in these stone circles. See the target? This was where I made my trophy shot that day. Can you replicate that? See, you are a good shot. You know, making this shot changed something in me. Even without Fernando, if I could make shots like this, I knew I could protect my family and my interests. All I had to do was aim at the right target and pull the trigger. Click. Let's move on to the next challenge. This next challenge recreates a very happy memory for me. It's the spot where I taught my nephew Vicente and my chinita Beatriz how to make a long shot on axis air. Beatriz got the hang of it quickly, not Vicente. But he practiced and practiced and practiced, and that was when I knew he was in love with Beatriz. Why else would this bookworm be so desperate to learn to hunt? Not to impress his tia Carolina. Okay, youngster. Step into the stone circle. Ace your lesson. Nice. Very nice. This shot has me thinking. I wish Vicente would declare his love for Beatriz. They are from different worlds. He's a white-collar college boy and she's a rough and tumble gaucha. But opposites attract. And the sooner they marry, the sooner they'll start making more little pendejitos for me to love. Listen to me. Your next challenge is marked on your hunter mate. Your next target replicates a tricky shot I made a year after my beloved Fernando was taken from me. Despite my resolve to fight, despite my prayers, I was afflicted with mala leche. Fernando's uncle Diego Che Boludo had sued me to take control of the business. And what? Total disaster. It was the darkest day I'd seen since my beloved left this world. And if it was all coming to an end, there was only one place I wanted to be. Here, with memories of Fernando. And that's when a remarkable opportunity presented itself. A 15-point red stack. Step into the stone circle and look for the target. This isn't an exact replica of my stack that day, but it's the same shot. Fine marksmanship. That shot, that whole hunt was lucky because when I got back to the city with my record-setting stack, Uncle Diego was reported missing. They never found his body either, which implies that he fled the country, or maybe a puma got into his room, dragged him from his bed, and ate him for a midnight snack. Just speculating. Whatever happened, he was never a problem again. The family business, this reserve, they were mine. Free and clear from then on. With just a few minor obstacles along the way. Go to your last challenge. This next shot has a morbid origin. About 8 years after Fernando died, there was an assassination. ¿Viste? The target was a local politician, Dario Menem. He was lobbying to open up protected habitats, like this reserve, for energy companies to exploit. I invited him here to show him the natural beauty, persuade him to change his positions. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, he took a 270 bullet through the heart while hunting our red stacks. The shooter was never identified. All these years later, I've recreated the shot that broke Dario Menem's heart, for you to try. Using a simple bullseye target, of course, all in good taste. Before you get any wild ideas, no evidence has ever suggested I was the shooter. But I am an expert on the matter. The forensics team on Dario's case asked me to help them recreate the shot. It seemed impossible to them. It wasn't an easy mark, but I proved it could be done. Excellent. See, maybe you were Dario Menem's assassin. If you were the shooter, I'd share a mate with you. Dario was a lowlife with no vision. He radiated mala onda. Not like you and I. Hey, that was 4 for 4 of my most memorable shots. You may not be a national champion like me, but you have my respect. There are plenty of other targets throughout the reserve. Use them to keep your skills sharp. I've got a new long-term goal for you. Harvest a diamond trophy from every species in the reserve. Only one other hunter has collected them all. Naturally, that hunter was me. But that was some time ago, and if we are going to impress our guests, we need more recent trophies at the lodge to prove that the red stacks today are as grand as they were in 1987. Viste? Hear that? Another episode begins. Oof, but I'll have to record it. I need to check in on the search for Gilbert Baden. Take a few minutes to yourself. You will not believe this. The men I hired to track down Gilbert Baden couldn't find him. But then Beatrice calls me. She is always a step ahead of the rest. So of course, she just stumbled over a campsite in view of a puma den. Now, who would be stupid enough to come that close to pumas? We know who. Gilbert Baden. Oof, what a time for a Fosas y Jefas to be on. Okay, quickly. Beatrice moved on to prepare for our VIP hunting party. You check out Baden's campsite and report back to me. I'll answer even if it is not a commercial break. I won't have our influential guest worrying about a madman loose on the reserve. We are finding Baden tonight. Good luck. Commercial break. Do you see the campsite? Is Baden there? You can confront him. Just don't shoot him. He's not dangerous. He didn't bring any weapons onto the reserve. Check out that tent. Hope there's no puma inside. Ni en pedo. Who are his friends? The only other people around here are pumas. Check out this cave Baden mentioned. That's the puma den. If the pumas are out, see if you can find his remains, I guess. Oof, there's a carcass, but not Baden's. Check this animal. I don't think the pumas left it there. That animal must have suffered. Obviously, that's the work of someone who doesn't know what he's doing. Like a certain amateur who wasn't licensed to bring weapons into the park. For now, can you help me out with something a little more personal? I have what do you call it? A secret stash. A place in the wilderness where I keep personal items. Things I might need in the future that I don't want anyone else to find. Okay, I trust you, so I'm going to tell you where my secret stash is. Go to the location marked on your hunter mate. You know, I've come to appreciate your stoic demeanor. Quiet types are easy to talk to. Don't make me regret trusting you, viste? check near the big rock for a key. You'll need it to unlock my stash. Now, bring the key to the new location marked on your hunter maze. Well, I just found out the identity of Simona's biological father on Esposas y Jetas. And all I can say is, wow! I did not see that twist coming. I would spoil it for you. Spend enough time working with me, you two will become obsessed with telenovelas. You'll see. My secret stash should be just ahead of you. Use the key to unlock it. Grab the cash and the VHS tapes. Good. Now bring the cash and the tapes to the outbox on the pier near the lodge. I'll have them picked up by the airplane. Oh, and did I tell you? Our freight vendor fired that pilot who dropped the solar panels. Vicente made certain he'll lose his license never to fly again. Mala leche for him. I've always dealt exclusively in cash for all my businesses. You can trust service, you can trust banks, but you can trust cash in hand. The bootleg telenovelas, if you're wondering, are all the classics I recorded but never had time to watch in the 80s. I was too busy between the family and the business. Family is important. Never let television get in the way of them. At least until you are my age. Then you deserve all the TV you want. Thank you for making that deposit, and for being trustworthy. Now, let's finish this day off with a bang. We had a drop-off here at the inbox today. Go on, open the inbox. Yes, that is dynamite, Che. And I want you to take it to the old mine entrance, northwest of the lodge. Time to show you the real moneymaker at Parque Fernando, my gold mine. In the mid-80s, I had this place built up and let the Pumas move in. That way, Fernando's brothers and uncles and cousins couldn't mess with it. Fortunately, the Pumas don't seem to be around today, so you are probably safe. No Pumas inside? Good. Place the dynamite on the walled entrance. Oof, I should have asked for rainproof fuses. But no problem, lo atamos con alambres. Find some cover and ignite the dynamite with the bullet. Sure, that's probably safe. Mira vos! We could hear that boom from 10 clicks away. Your ears must be ringing like church bells. When you've got a grip on yourself, head inside the mine. It's structurally safe, or at least that's what some seismologists from Buenos Aires told Vicente. Follow the path all the way until you reach the gold. Now, you're probably thinking, Carolina, how can you open a gold mining operation in a park that's supposed to be a protected habitat? At the end of this path, you'll find out. Understand, the businesses that Fernando inherited from his father and then passed on to me were complicated. It's taken me years to unwind and restructure them so we can divest our finances from, what do you call, legally great businesses and put our money into sustainable green businesses, like the reserve, like this mine. So many men attempted to take over the family after Fernando died. They all believed this mine was their ticket to untold riches. Gold, silver, boron, lead. Name any mineral, they tell you it was down here. Boludos. There's gold in this mine, but not in the rock. Just up ahead, you'll see what I mean. Beautiful, isn't it? Fernando and I could have purchased a lot of different places in Patagonia, but the underground lake before you is what convinced us to buy this land. The springs feeding this lake produce the purest, best-tasting water on earth. And all the way back in the 70s, Fernando had the vision to see that this water is liquid gold, even though his uncles called him a fool. Creating a paradise for elite hunters won't be enough to protect this land from pollution and exploitation when I'm gone. But a sustainable spring water bottling operation? It's going to be worth billions. A resource worth so much money no one would dare poison this land. That was Fernando's dream. Now it will be our legacy, and I'm trusting you, my faithful warden, to protect this place. I know you will, because... I know that growl. That's a big puma. A big, angry puma. Our explosion must have upset the neighbors. I hope this isn't the puma I think it is. Regardless, you will have to defend yourself. I think I know that puma. My Fernanda. Don't let her suffer. She's done nothing wrong. Check Fernanda's stomach when you harvest her. We still haven't found Gilbert Baden. Maybe... I knew it. Fernanda ate Gilbert Baden for breakfast. You were almost lunch. I'm glad that you survived. But Baden got what he deserved. Fernanda. She was the greater loss today. When Fernanda was a kitten, I found her limping through the forest with a broken leg. Alone. No mother. So I adopted her. Beatriz and I raised Fernanda at the estancia until she was ready to go back to the wild. My family said I pampered her, but I pamper lots of pumas. Fernanda was just smarter than the others. She knew when people didn't belong here. People like Baden. Che, I'm invested in you. I want to protect my investment, so I have a gift for you. It will help if you are cornered by another one of my pampered pumas. My beloved Fernando's favorite 44 Magnum. I think, given your contributions, he would want you to have it. I know you have plenty of work to do around the reserve, but if you want to tackle something more low-key after all that excitement, look to Dr. Mariana Luna. I founded a grant for Mariana to research medicinal plants here at Parque Fernando. Once she identifies those plants, you can protect them by applying hunting pressure to at-risk areas. And with that, I will leave you to the job. I have hours and hours of telenovelas on VHS to watch. I never imagined having the free time to watch them all, but with you at Parque Fernando, well, my legacy is in world-class hands. I can finally rest easy. I'll be around if you need anything. Thank you, Che. Happy hunting.